I will step back and let him lead the way. You will step back and let him lead the way. Welcome back, fam. Today we are going to be studying lesson 155 of A Course in Miracles. Now, before we begin this lesson, we are going to preface it with the analogy we always use. It's the analogy of the radar screen. Me and you trying to make our own decisions while believing we are this body and believing we are in need of something that this world has to offer. First of all, me and you don't know who we are in that moment, because me and you need nothing. We are whole and pure and perfection already at all moments in time. So the fact that we believe that we need something in order to feel whatever emotion that we are trying to accomplish is the first false premise, because it's already there. And the second false premise is believing that we can use information on our radar screen, meaning this radar screen we always discuss is past experience. This is the people we see on a daily basis, the places we go on a daily basis, everything we do on a daily basis, who we have became. It's all the data based on our past experiences. And remember, if you're in an if you're in a situation in life that you are unhappy with, your best thinking got you there, which means that if you are going to continue to try to think your way to somewhere better, it's not going to work. Although physical things may change and you may take so much action to get yourself in an environment that appears to be better, it's not going to be too long before that environment is not good enough. And then you get a new one, and then that environment's not good enough. Nothing will ever be good enough to someone who doesn't know who they really are, and someone who forgot that they are already whole and are in need of nothing. Now, me and you are going to learn today to step back and allow God to lead the way. Allow a higher source who sees from a broader perspective, from a bird's eye view, where we currently are and where we desire to be, and is leading us there. Me and you can't be led anywhere by that higher source. If we think we know the way, we don't. We would have been there already, which means that if we defog our minds and silence our mind and be in a state that is receptive to those impulses, and we follow those impulses, then we will be led to a place that is so magnificent that we couldn't even conceive of it. We think we know what we want, and we really don't. Especially if we're believing that we are this body, we do not know who we are, and trying to desire something based off of that ego that we always discuss, believing that you are the ego, this sense of separation. You are this person, that person is separate from me, I am separate from all that is, and I need this thing outside of me in order to be whole. Making decisions based off of this ego point of view is never going to end up in the way that we want it to. And whenever we step out of our own way and return to the fact that we are still and always have been and will forever will be as God created us, then life becomes fun, life becomes exciting, it becomes fulfilling, and we are living outrageously joyous lives, and that is in the best interest for all that is, for every single person around us. So me and you are very essential to God's plan for salvation. Me and you are a very crucial role in the expansion of all that is, because me and you here on the leading edge of thought are in an environment where contrast is going to happen. Me and you are going to experience things that are undesirable, and our goal is to not stay there for too long. Don't stay in that undesired state. Just understand that that undesired state helped you know more clearly something that you didn't know before, which is the new desire, and then focus all your attention over there and allow yourself to be the receiver of the joy that is waiting for you. It is always here. So let's go ahead and begin. Pull up the lesson if you're not there already, and if you don't got the book yet, PDF is in the description. Let's go ahead and start up. Lesson 155. I will step back and let him lead the way. There is a way of living in the world that is not here, although it seems to be. You do not change appearance, though you smile more frequently. Your forehead is serene, your eyes are quiet, and the ones who walk the world as you do recognize their own. Yet those who have not yet perceived the way will recognize you also and believe that you are like them as you were before. The world is an illusion. Those who choose to come to it are seeking for a place where they can be illusions and avoid their own reality. Now, this gets deep, so let's pay attention here. Yet when they find their own reality, Yet when they find their own reality is even here, then they step back and let it lead the way. What other choice is really theirs to make? To let illusions walk ahead of truth is madness. But to let illusions sink behind the truth and let the truth stand before as what it is merely sanity. Now, me and you have discussed this many times before, and we will continue to do so as we are here together in these conversations and these lessons. Is there is only two options for us to choose at any moment in time, and we are choosing at every moment in time, whether we're aware we're doing so or not. We're always making decisions. Now, you can choose between two options always, ever. That's it. Only two options. You can choose between truth or what is not really there. You can choose between love and light and happiness or what is not really there. You can choose between what is or what is not. God, ego. Outrageous joy, illusions. And your emotions are letting you know which way you are going. If you are heading in the direction of the ego, you're going to feel not so good. You're not going to feel at peace. You made a decision that has deviated you from your source. Now, you can never really deviate from your source, but you can believe that you can. And that belief is just as powerful as you actually separating yourself from your source, because you fill the gap that you have imposed between who you really are and who you're allowing yourself to be. Whenever you are allowing yourself to be the fullest that you are as God created you, you feel at peace and a whole variety of other emotions that stem from love. And whenever you deviate from who you really are, you have just imposed a gap between how much energy you are allowing to flow through you, and you are resisting that life force that you are one with and a part of. And the more you resist, the worse you feel. The less you resist, the less worse you feel. But let's not resist at all. Let's go ahead and choose wisely, because we are choosing. No one is choosing for you, and everything that happens to you was your choice. And not only was your choice, but right now in this moment is your choice on how you want to view what happened to you. Life is not so much about what happens outside of us, because everything outside of us is just form, which is nothing. But that form, me and you have given all of its meaning. And we can look at everything in our life that has happened in the past or is currently happening right now as good or bad, or see it as it really is, which is an echo for the voice of God, like we've discussed in a previous lesson. Everything that we see is an echo of the voice for God. And whenever we know that, we will look everywhere in this world and we will only see love and light and joy. And we will see that everything that we are looking at with our physical eyes has emerged forth from the same oneness that me and you have emerged forth from. And if I am condemning anyone or anything out there, or envious of anyone or anything out there, jealous, hatred, guilt, etc., I am simply projecting my own sense of separation on that thing, so that way it mitigates the pain and I feel a little less bad, because now the problem's out there. It's not my fault, it's theirs. The only problem with that is that now we believe we live in a fearful world, because we believe on a level beneath our awareness that our projections are going to come back and attack us, which means that me and you are holding up our guards, we are defensive. And we discussed this 2 days ago for lesson 153. In my defenselessness, my safety lies. And the opposite is also true. Whenever you are in your defensiveness, then you are not safe. Now, you are always safe. Don't get it twisted. But the fact that you believe that you're not safe and you need to be protected from your own projections because you're afraid they're going to come back at you, that is an illusion, and you are causing disease within your body due to all of the life force that you are not allowing to flow through. Remember, me and you, if we were not in our own ways, we would be receiving the fullness of the life force of all that is, and everything would be perfectly fine. Now, whenever you resist that and you are doing something with this powerful tool of yours, whether you're aware of it or not, you are thinking illusions and believing they're real, and you are fearful. You are causing separation between yourself and who you think you are and the life force that is really you, and you're not allowing all of it to flow through, and that is going to cause disease, sickness, decay in the body, and not only in the body but in experiences in your world. It's all going to be a reflection of your inner world. So let's keep this in mind, because the work that we're doing here is very crucial in order to live a joyous life. Because although we could take action and make stuff happen, that's going to be a very temporary fix, and that is what we've been doing our whole lives. It hasn't been working, so let's go ahead and try to change our approach and actually make a change once and for all. This is the simple choice we make today. The mad illusion will remain a while in evidence for those to look upon who choose to come and have not yet rejoiced to find they were mistaken in their choice. They cannot learn directly from truth, because they have denied that it is so. And so they need a teacher who perceives their madness, but who still can look beyond illusions to the simple truth in them, which is the Holy Spirit, if you will. The Holy Spirit looks beyond illusions to the simple truth in them, because there is truth in everything. There is truth in everything, because everything has emerged forth from truth, meaning the Holy Spirit is that part of you who is still whole and undivided and knows who it is and understands that a part of you, a part of your mind wandered off. You think you're in the world of illusion, you are fearful, and the Holy Spirit uses everything that you know of in this world and uses everything you understand in this world and shows you how much you really don't understand it. Because remember, me and you have given meaning to everything we see. It doesn't really mean anything. It's dust. It is nothingness. It is neutral. It is meaningless, but we have given meaning to that thing. And because we have, and it's a fearful meaning, the Holy Spirit looks at that thing that we're looking at and sees the truth that lay beyond, does does everything to transmute that knowingness to us. And whenever we are in a state of receptiveness and our minds are not fogged by illusions, we can receive that miracle and see the world as it really is and return to who we really are. If truth demanded they give up the world, it would appear to them as if it asked the sacrifice of something that is real. Many have chosen to renounce the world while still believing its reality, and they have suffered from a sense of loss and have not been released accordingly. Others have chosen nothing but the world, and they have suffered from a sense of loss still deeper, which they did not understand. Between these paths there is another road that leads the way from loss of every kind, for sacrifice and deprivation both are quickly left behind. This is the way appointed for you now. You walk this path as others walk, nor do you seem to be distinct from them, although you are indeed. Thus can you serve them while you serve yourself, and set their footsteps on the way that God has opened up to you, and them through you. Illusions still appears to cling to you, that you may reach them, yet it has stepped back, and it is not illusion that they hear you speak of, nor illusion that you bring their eyes to look on and their minds to grasp, nor can the truth, which walks ahead of you, speak to them through illusions, for the road leads past illusion now, while on the way you call to them, that they may follow you. All roads will lead to this one in the end, for sacrifice and deprivation are paths that lead nowhere, choices for defeat and aims that will remain impossible. All this steps back as truth comes forth in you, to lead your brothers from the ways of death and set them on the way to happiness. Their suffering is but illusion. yet they need a guide to lead them out of it, for they mistake illusion for the truth. Now, one thing I do want to interrupt and say is that anybody who still values the world or anything in the world is going to believe that this is valuable. This thing in the world is valuable. This speaker right here is valuable. This body is valuable. This watch is valuable. It is an individual who believes that there's value in this world that makes it real for them. They are keeping this world, the belief of this world, alive. Therefore, whenever a path as such is presented to them, they believe that they're going to have to sacrifice everything that they love in the world and their experiences and their loved ones and everything to come on a path as one such as this. Meaning, in order to walk the path of God, in order to walk the path of truth, I have to sacrifice what I love. Now, that is furthest from the truth. It is only because they love these things of the world and value it that they believe it's a sacrifice. But whenever you understand that you are leaving nothing behind and you are following everything, you are going on the path of all that is, then you will not see that as a sacrifice. Me and you do not see this work that we're doing as a sacrifice because it is enriching our lives. It is allowing us to experience more fully and feel more fulfilled, and we are getting to the state of mind on a more consistent basis that we are one with everything that is. If you value anything in this world more than something else, you are just perpetuating the belief of separation because you're saying this is better than this. And in truth, there is no such thing as better than or less than, hot, cold, left, right, up, down. It is all just one. This world that we live in is the exact opposite of truth because we made this world because we wanted a world that mitigated our sense of guilt for separating ourselves from source. We can't really do that, but because we believe that we have separated ourselves from source and that was too big of a guilt for us before we had these bodies, we made a world in which it could appear like the guilt happens outside so that we're good. This world is something that we made out of forgetting who we are, and today we are remembering that this world is an illusion and we can still be a part of this world and live outrageously joyous lives knowing who we really are. We don't have to go through this world in struggle and in pain and hardship. None of that. We do not have to go through that. That is our choice. It is people's choice to work hard and people's choice to make things happen and people's choice to go against the grain. But whenever you start going with the flow of life, then you just let go of the oars and you allow yourself to flow down the stream, and you will be led to the path of least resistance, which is best for you and all that is. And that takes no sacrifice unless you believe that there is something else that you want. And the only thing that you feel like you want that is opposing truth is an illusion. And that is an insane thought. If you were in your right mind, like we are right now, we see that. We see that wanting an illusion and believing it's a sacrifice to let go of that to go towards the path of truth, we see that there's really no sacrifice being made. But because we still value the illusion, we believe that it is a sacrifice. And that is what me and you are here to undo today. Such is salvation's call, and nothing more. It asks that you accept the truth and let it go before you, lighting up the path of ransom from illusion. It is not a ransom with a price. There is no cost, but only gain. Illusion can but seem to hold in chains the Holy Son of God. It is but from illusions he is saved. As they step back, he finds himself again. Walk safely now, yet carefully, because this path is new to you. Now, that's a bar right there, meaning you have to walk safely, yet carefully, because this path is new to us. Meaning, although me and you get everything we're discussing right now in this moment, and it makes sense to us, we are enlightened, if you will. We are at peace. We are being who God created. We remember that we are not this body, and we are we are in our right mind right now, we still have to be very aware because this path is still new to us, meaning it's not autopilot yet. There's things out there in the world that we still value and have attachment to, and those things are going to cause us to deviate from this state of mind and fall back asleep and be back in our illusions. And that is why we have to be aware. Because if we think that we have it down right now, that's not a bad thing. But if we think that we have it down right now, therefore I don't have to give no more attention to this because I'm good, you're going to fall back asleep. This is why the repetition that we have been using for the past 155 days has been such a dramatic asset to us. Because of the repetition, we have literally been reprogramming our minds together for a good amount of time now, that this is becoming our only path, because we are not looking at the illusions no more. We are not valuing them as much as we used to. And soon this path will become autopilot, where there's no effort required, because this is just a way of thinking. It's common sense. This is how we always think. We have returned to our pureness. But right now, that may not be the case, depending on where you're at. There may be things that in this world that you still value and are attached to, and that is what we are here to release and let go of. And you will be so free. It'll be freeing. It's the best feeling ever, releasing attachment to those things that you love, because whenever you release attachment to them, you will find that you will be able to give more love. If you're attached to a person, your happiness is dependent upon that person. But whenever you release attachment to them for a little bit and you return to your only pure source of love, then you will be able to flood that individual with more love than you ever have before, because now you don't need them, but you enjoy their presence, and you love them, and you finally know what love means because you are connected to the source of love. Most people think that love is outside of themselves, when they are connected to the source of love. You are being flooded 24/7 all around you. Love is emerging forth from every atom of your being, and we think that we're going to find it outside of us. It's pretty funny how far we've deviated from our knowingness of truth. But hey, here we are now. And you may find that you are tempted to still walk ahead of truth and let illusions be your guide. Remember, we only have two paths to go: truth or illusions. Do not walk in front of truth and follow a guide that doesn't even know where it's going. Follow truth. Step back, step out of your own way. And what the title of this lesson is: Step Back and Let Him Lead the Way. We are going to step back and allow truth to lead the way, and no longer let the ego lead the way, because the ego leading the way is what got us to where we are today. And I'm sure that we are here for a reason. The reason is we no longer want to go the way we've been going our whole life, because nothing that we wanted ever came out of that path. And everything that we want is going to come from where we are going now, because we are following a guide that knows where everything is, where all the love is, where all the happiness and joy is. We're following that guide. Now, whenever we follow the ego, it doesn't really knows what it wants. It wants what is going to kill you. It wants what is going to make you even more separate than you already are from your source. It wants the exact opposite of what truth is. Your holy brothers have been given you to follow in your footsteps as you walk, with certainty of purpose to the truth. It goes before you now, that they may see something with which they can identify, something they understand to lead the way. Yet at the journey's ending there will be no gap, no distance between truth and you, and all illusions walking in the way you traveled will be gone from you as well. With nothing left to keep the truth apart from God's completion, holy as himself, step back in faith and let truth lead the way. You know not where you go. Facts mean you know not where we go. but one who knows goes with you. Let him lead you with the rest. Meaning, me and you following the guide for truth and going in that direction, there are going to be others who see that, whether we know them or not. It could be family, it could be friends, it could be strangers, but they are going to be following our footsteps because it is just a knowingness. Those individuals who are ready to be receptive to information such as this, to knowledge such as this, are going to be led to us, and we are going to lead the way for them. Not that we're better than them, but we're just going to lead the way until they no longer need a guide outside of themselves because they have returned, like we have, to following the guide within. When dreams are over, time has closed the door on all things that pass, and miracles are purposeless. The Holy Son of God will make no journeys. There will be no wish to be illusion rather than the truth, and we step forth towards this as we progress along the way that truth points out to us. This is our final journey, which we make for everyone. We must not lose our way. For as truth goes before us, so it goes before our brothers, who will follow us. We walk to God. Pause and reflect on this. Could any way be holier or more deserving of your effort, of your love, and your full intent? What way could give you more than everything, or offer less and still content the Holy Son of God? We walk to God. The truth that walks before us now is one with him and leads us to where he has always been. What way but this could be a path that you would choose instead? Your feet are safely set upon the road that leads the world to God. Look not to ways that seem to lead you elsewhere. Dreams are not a worthy guide for you who are God's son. Forget not he has placed his hands in yours and given you your brothers in his trust that you are worthy of his trust in you. He cannot be deceived. His trust has made your pathway certain and your goal secure. You will not fail your brothers, nor your capital S self, which is who you and me really are. And now he asks but what you think of him a while each day, that he may speak to you and tell you of his love, reminding you how great his trust, how limitless his love, in your name and his own, which are the same. Powerful, in your name and his own, which are the same. We practice gladly with this thought today. I will step back and let him lead the way, for I would walk along the road to him. Let's step out of our own ways today and practice doing that. And soon we will become masters of just being the best student who knows how to follow somebody who actually knows where they're going. Me and you, believing we are a body, do not know where we're going. There's people in this world, including ourselves from time to time, who believe we're the body and who are taking outrageous amounts of action to accomplish a goal that they think that they need to get to. And it may appear like they're doing something in this world, but in truth, they're going nowhere. And it's going to take thousands of years for them to come to the realization that me and you are at right now. Who knows how many thousands of years it may have taken us to get to this knowingness. Now, remember, time is an illusion. Time is of this world, and this world is not real. We have to remember that, and we have to release our attachment to anything in this world because it is nothingness. Me and you are one with and a part of all aspects of creation, but the moment that we believe that one aspect of creation is better than or less than the rest, we introduce separation, and separation can only lead to fear. And that is where we are going to conclude today's lesson. We are going to allow everything that we read today to be absorbed in our minds and sink in. And we will meet here again tomorrow for lesson 156 of A Course in Miracles. I will see you there.